Hello, and welcome to today's edition of Coffee Talk. We're going to talk about the current events that Trump has enacted and that has occurred, at least just in the last week. As many of you know, he is bashing immigrants again. He's using racist terms at his rallies. And it's just despicable beyond all reason how he is acting. The only and best thing we can do is on November 3rd, vote him out of office. But until that occurs, we do have the following we have to deal with. Now, minus his uh, racist statements against immigrants, which that we can't do anything about, and only the people at his rallies who are cheering every time he uses one of those statements perhaps can stop cheering so much. Uh, the executive order he just issued was essentially to stop a lot of other types of immigration with non-immigrant type visas, and those non-immigrant type visas specifically would be the H-1Bs, the L1s, and the J1s. So that does consist of a lot of different types of visas, whether it's the work visa or the training visa and so forth. And of course, Trump's statement that it will help the economy. To put in a legal term, is pure hogwash. It's just going to hurt the economy. It's going to hurt the U.S. companies and so forth. But at this point, we cannot uh, go forward with at least immediately making interviews for those types of visas because of the executive order. Now, that doesn't mean, for example, if you're considering an L1, that you should just stop in your tracks and not do anything, because it takes a significant amount of time to properly do an L1. That is essentially an investor type visa where somebody already has a branch office in their home country or outside the US and wants to come into the US and open a branch office. And just for preparation wise, we need to do the incorporation in the US, get the statement of officers, the stock ledger. We need to get the incorporation done. There needs to be a business plan, usually a 5-year business plan, which has all kinds of charts and graphs and numbers and analysis of how great the company's going to be with market analysis. There needs to be all kinds of corporate charts, both for the incoming one here and for the company in your home country. There needs to be financial documents, utilities, all kinds of documents to show that the company outside the US is doing business. And if there are any words that are not in English, which occurs in many types of L1s coming from around the world, those all need to be translated. And then, of course, the L1 petition needs to be put together with all of these items. So it's a rather lengthy process to completely prepare an L1. And so even if Trump just issued this order, not allowing L1s to come in, if you were thinking of coming in, there's no reason not to proceed with the petition and application preparation. And then even then, it goes to USCIS, and there's nothing in the order stopping USCIS from actually issuing and adjudicating an L1. So the time that it takes to prepare it, to send it to immigration to adjudicate it, and then to get it to the consulate for an interview will honestly, hopefully take long enough that Trump will be out of office by time you get a decision on the USCIS L1. So given that, it's all a matter of proceeding forward and going forward with the L1 right now in that it will take a significant amount of time for everything, and there's just zero reason to just stop in your tracks and decide not to come at this point. It actually makes it so you'll prepare even better since you know you have a little more time. In regards to the H-1Bs, if you happen to even have an approved H-1B, and you left the country to go say hi to your mother, and you want to come back now, you can't do that. Although if it's an emergent situation, which normally it would be since you had a job and a life here, you might want to consider going to federal court and getting either an injunction or some type of order regarding the invalidity of this particular order. And you can give my office a call on how that can be done. Okay, so if you like the video, click like, subscribe, and more on the coming videos. Thank you.